Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Manning's Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey as we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Nothing like confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They run again with Peterson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Jason Pierre-Paul, so good to see him back on the field, resuming his place as one of the elite pass rushers in the league.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Breeze. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Now Breeze again. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's 4th down.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
They come out here in the eye. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Play clock winding down. They stick on the ground. Again, it's Vereen. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. A gain of 8 and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
First carry now for Sean Drone. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They run with a 5th-round man, Paul Perkins. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
This is Drone to the give. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's Vereen. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The tackle made by Sterling Moore. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They'll hand it off. Drone. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Donnell Ellerbe with a tackle.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, That was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Manning to throw on second down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. To try here for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. Willie Snead all alone. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. On first down, Breeze. And he's got his man on the out route. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's the big offseason signing from Miami, Olivier Vernon, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On third and long, it's Breeze. He's got his man. It's Brandon Coleman. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Breeze wants the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Manning to throw on second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put
Yeah,
there.
didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he's hit and taken down. Eli's sacked. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On fourth down, the Giants call on Brad Wing to punt it away. Back deep, the veteran Ted Ginn. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. No gain on the play there, second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. So here we go on fourth down with Breeze. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. Breeze now on first down. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That'll bring up second down. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. So pass interference on the defense. And Charles, this is a penalty we see all the time.
The offenses know what they're doing. They know how to create great matchups. And defenders, if you're not there in time, they will throw the flag. On
first and 10, here's Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target was Michael O'Manawanui. And that'll bring up second down. Second down following the incompletion. So the D-line's going to spread out. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Breeze to throw again. going for it all. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
Let's go!
Now a look at the backup, Daniel. And he comes back with one complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Throwing again is Daniel. Coleman has it here right side. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Daniel. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback. And as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll let Perkins carry to start the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
On second down, here's Manning. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. After the interception, here's Daniel. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. And it's second down. able to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Back to the air. Daniel on second down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Peterson alone in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Here's Daniel now on second down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Just beating the play clock is Daniel. And Hill with it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And second down, Peterson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Daniel looks to throw. That's complete right around the 8. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And now out come the Giants. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2. On the run, here's Vereen. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Manning going to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. .51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Shotgun snap for Daniel. Looking for Gannon. It's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, B.J. Goodson. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run again with Marine. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Manning. His pass caught at the 4. It's a nice pickup. But 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants have taken the lead. So they're going to go for 2. Eli's going to throw, and he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Let's go. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Daniel. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Green, 39.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. On 1st and 10, Daniel. Caught right side, it's Snead. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Daniel now on 2nd down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense here.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right?
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Give him 18 on that one. And it's good for a New York first down.
But that's the Kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
After the interception, here's Daniel finding time. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final final shot before the break. Daniel, he's got time in the pocket. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson, the rookie. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Manning now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not. Before he gets into enemy territory. On the run, it's Strome. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder.
And he's going to be entered. There he goes, right side. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. The tight end, Hill. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On second down, Daniel. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. Throwing on 3rd down, Daniel. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Daniel on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. And here is motion again. And that's going to be 2 in a row. Throwing again is Daniel. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Once again, Daniel. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here's Daniel. They go screen. This is Ingram. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Now Daniel. He goes underneath to Ingram. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing on second down, Daniel. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To throw is Daniel. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. On first down, it's Daniel. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. On first and 10, Daniel. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment, second down here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go now.
Here's Daniel now on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it'll bring up third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Daniel. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the first-round pick, Eli Apple, with it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. In the red zone this time. From the red zone now, Daniel. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? The 40. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
They come up in an offset eye. Manning going to give it to Perkins. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches, you say, son, you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in. Give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Eli Manning with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Eli's going to throw, and he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Daniel on 1st down. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Daniel on 1st down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
1 receiver left, 2 to the right. On 1st down, Daniel. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward. So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards. And now 1st and 15. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. From the gun, here's Daniel. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Detroit! Here we go now. 319! 319!
Once again, Daniel. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 and the 19.
And on 2nd and goal, they decide to throw it again, and this result is even worse. They take a sack. On 1st down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with 1st and goal.
After the sack, they come up on 3rd and goal from the 18.
We got 3, fellas. Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
3rd and long, it's Daniel. And that is incomplete. So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets there, those officials will throw the flag and call interference.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Daniel. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Here's Daniel. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Daniel looks to throw, and he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And the Giants ready to come out now. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
He makes so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. They'll come out in the pistol. 3rd and 2, Daniel. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Another pistol look here. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Manning, gotta have this one. And that's complete to Lewis. That one good for 12 yards. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Manning. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Manning now on 1st down. A screen here to Vereen. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Into the red zone now. Manning. And Incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And now it's second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. On play action. Now Manning looking for someone to throw to. Dwayne Harris, the intended target. And it's third down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for third. Now a play fake. Manning, he's got time. And he comes back with one complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Again, it's Manning. That is caught at the 7-yard line. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Throwing now is Manning. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2. Eli's going to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point. You're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. Daniel out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Saints.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Roughing the passer, that's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On second down, here's Daniel. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice.
Here we go now.
Throwing on second down, Daniel. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Throwing on third down, Daniel. That's complete right around the 8. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now.
They snap it to Daniel on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
10 yards still left on second down. Back to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He'll look to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Perkins on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively, things are starting to pile up against them, and they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called, not so much just to, to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick it up with Perkins. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And, Charles, I guess that's what you call a welcome to the NFL moment here for this guy.
Brandon, it's almost assuredly a game winner, too. I tell you, the leash can be short sometimes on rookie kickers. We know that. But I think he buys himself a little leeway with this one. That was one heck of a kick in a pressure spot.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Thinking back to 2015, didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. One last throw for Daniel. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Giants, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Washington Redskins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.